Carl Summer, president of Reliable EDM, has a wealth of machining experience. Having worked as a machinist, tool and die maker, foreman, tool designer, and operations manager, Carl now shares with you from his wealth of experience.
Capabilities of small hole EDM. It's also known as hole popper or fast hole EDM. And I have a few samples here to give you a little bit of idea of what can be done in small hole EDM. Here's one piece, a piece of aluminum that was drilled. As you can see, the electrode. Put it through. And turbines have lots of blades in them, lots of them. And there's holes, and sometimes it's all over. They use that to put holes into turbine blades. Then have this piece that was EDM all the way through. As you can see the electrode coming out of the other side. And that's 18 inches tall. And I like to notice over here, at our company, Reliable EDM, our small hole EDM depth capacity is 24 inches or 610 millimeters. And here's an example of a long electrode that we can use. You can see this is about 30 inches tall. And also we can also do holes in very tiny little surfaces. Just take a look at this here, this small little hole that we put this electrode in. The print called for this cone shape to be EDM'd out of a part. Now we had to put a hole in there to start a hole, so we used a small hole EDM to put this hole inside. And notice how small the opening is. And here you can see the long cut. This is the slug. And this is the part with the long slot, as you can see over here, with a wire left leaving the slug behind. We have several small hole EDMs. I'd like to show you another one of our CNC small hole EDMs. The part that you see in the machine, we were required to EDM 1,600 holes with a 12 thousandths or 3 millimeter electrode. One of the great factors of small hole EDM, it doesn't make any difference whether the material is hard or soft. We can even drill tungsten carbide. So long as the material conducts electricity, we can drill the material. Also, there's no chips. When you drill with conventional drilling, you get chips. With small hole EDM, there's no chips, and you don't create any burrs on the opposite side. With conventional drilling, you get a burr. Like, for instance, you take a vein like this, and sometimes they drill on the side in here. Now, in that case, you would get a burr inside, which would be detrimental in the escaping gases to cool this your vein off. But with small hole EDM, there's no danger. And so there's also no problem for deburring then. You don't have to deburr with small hole drills. And then if you look at the drilling that we did in the earlier footage, drilling on an angle, you find out if you had a drill with a small drill and that drill would break, you'll have a tremendous amount of problems removing that drill. But with small hole EDM, there's no damage or breaking an electrode or anything like that. And also straight holes. You look at a part like this. It would be impossible to drill straight. Drills have a tendency sometimes to even walk off and when you're drilling deep holes, but not with small hole EDM. And one of the unique features is that you can drill on an angled surface, just like you saw again in that video that we shot earlier. If you notice on that other picture, we're coming into right at the edge of that hole, that large hole, and trying to meet into another hole. Now, if you had to do that with conventional drilling, that would be extremely difficult. Here's another unique feature. Here's a round ball bearing. As you can see then, we drilled a hole on the side of that bearing. Normal drills would walk off. They would have a tendency to walk off. I've explained to you some of the capabilities of small hole EDM. If you want to learn more about it, you can go on our website, and this book is free. My son, who's a mechanical engineer, and I wrote this book, Complete EDM Handbook. And it's also used by colleges and trade schools. They purchase the book, and there's questions in the back. And also there's information about wire EDM and RAM EDM.
Located in the heart of the high-tech energy capital of the world, Reliable has the largest EDM job shop capabilities in North America, specializing nationwide in wire, RAM, and small hole EDM. Our commitment to our customers and our passion for technology has made us the EDM specialists.